Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 11th Annual Eagle Eye Open, brought to you by the Campbell family. We are out here at the Haywood Valley Disc Golf Course in the lovely Armurchie, Georgia. I'm Austin Lytle, sitting here with Matt Versola. We're going into round 2. What's up, man?
What's happening, man? We got the back 10 holes here at Haywood Valley. It's the back 9 plus some additional holes, hole 10A, B, C. I.Robinson here in the lead, Dave Feldberg in second, 4 strokes back. And we got Alan Brown and Matt Versola wrapping things up here on the lead card. This is hole 10A, par 3. Pretty demanding shot with a Mando on the left-hand side, keep you from going over the road. And the last 100 feet or so of this hole is a tunnel. There's one tiny little pine off the tee to contend with. It's really right where you want to throw your hyzer stand-up shot.
Right.
We're going to see Isaac throw in, I think, A3 down the left-hand side at the right side of the fairway. Gets a skip back. And that's the ideal shot for this hole. Very
nice shot out of Isaac. Current leader by 4 strokes. This is Dave trying to make some ground up. Or at least stick pace. Catches that inside of the fairway. Nice little skip. And a roll. That's a great shot, too.
So we got our first and second place in the field. Isaac and Dave Feldberg inside the circle.
You do it again.
I'm playing a different hole here again for the second day in a row, throwing it at the next tee. The guys that are chasing us. I was really just trying to stand one up into the gap and over-hyzered it into the headwind. Now, Alan plays the ideal sidearm shot that we're looking for there. Yeah, makes the correction.
Got to commit to that little turnover there, and you just sauced yours.
So I believe I'm the only one outside the circle here. This is the tee for 10B,
which we'll see here in a little bit.
Which we'll actually play in just a few moments. And here I am going over the trees again with an A3. I actually played a similar shot yesterday from a little further out, so I've got this one dialed.
Dropping it just where you know it needs to be.
Unfortunately, that's going to be tap in for par while the rest of the group is looking at a birdie putt. Alan's actually a little further than I thought, but and he leaves it short. He's a little further than he thought.
Yeah, that was probably about 30-ish. Isaac's here about 25.
Yeah, just that slight bit of uphill going to the end of this tunnel,
And Dave smells blood.
Uphill. Yeah, Dave's smelling here. He knows he's getting within a few strokes of the lead. And he's put himself close here.
And anything can really happen on these back 12 holes, 11 holes.
Great putt, Dave.
He makes sure he hits it right in the middle. It's a very good birdie. All things considered, very good par on your end. Isaac and Al clean up their pars, hopefully.
Yeah, they're not going to be happy with that, especially Isaac being inside the circle. That is not the first short putt we've seen him miss today. Maybe he's feeling that pressure from the lead. Highly doubt it.
Highly doubt it. Do you think we could see any cracks in him?
I don't know. These next few holes are kind of tricky. We got some tight holes going into the woods and a big par 5 coming up. So we'll see. We got 10B here, par 3, 285 feet. The ideal shot is, turning something over into this gap, throwing it high enough to climb this hill, or a sidearm that kind of stands up a little bit and still finishes with that hyzer, plays into the hill and skips up to it. Yeah. We saw Dave mark the CTP on this one for a chartered fishing trip in his own backyard. Let's see what he's got today.
Yeah, Dave has a...
And Dave seems a little distracted on the tee.
Yeah, I expect more focus out of him. It doesn't matter about what's going on. You need to focus on your shot.
He threw a good shot. He just didn't quite turn it enough to get to the gap. So he's still going to have a putt, but it's going to be a bit uphill and outside the circle.
This looks like Isaac's throwing an A3.
Right at that tree, the whole way.
I can't remember what he threw.
I know.
You're throwing the stand-up sidearm like you said.
That's right.
And as long as it's clean.
And I threw it nice. I just didn't get the skip I was looking for. Hit
just
that
a little
kind of
short.
soft dirt.
I'll
Short of the gap.
Give you a look. Alan, similar play.
And that's the flare skip I'm talking about that pulls you out there. He actually got a nice little trickle. He's still short of the basket. It's going to be an uphill putt, but that skip really forces you through the gap.
Isaac with a long run through the woods. Not bad, though. Let's see if Dave can capitalize on it again.
Sounds like Dave hit something on the way out there.
Yeah, just a little off.
Is this legal?
Yep.
What do you question is legal?
There's actually a kind of a crater, a rotted out tree stump in front of me. So the ground drops.
Ooh, beautiful putt.
And I was able to keep that one high enough. That was definitely a testy putt with some tricky footing. You can see in front of me there's that kind of hole.
Oh, right. You can't step in that hole.
And,
Great putt, dude.
Yeah. That P Model US and the base grip plastic really stayed in the air for me.
Huge, yeah, dude. Let's see if Al can keep up with you. He needs this one. Yeah, good putt.
That'll be a nice little pick-me-up from Alan. He's had a rough couple of holes before that, and it'd be nice to jump back on the birdie train.
Absolutely. You want that going into these back holes.
These next few holes are all about accuracy off the tee.
Absolutely. So good birdies from Alan and Matt. Dave and Isaac taking their pars. They're still in their own battle. Alan and Matt are in their own battles. It's getting good. 10C here, 285 feet. It's more about 320, 330, but you're playing downhill. Super demanding off the tee, and it opens to a wide open. So after the first 150 feet or so, it's wide open, but you have to choose your lane and be accurate for that first half of this hole.
So if we watched the round one coverage, I went for the
left side
sneaky gap on the left-hand side and hit this tree in the middle. So now I'm going right-hand side, and I knew what I did as soon as I threw that there. I dropped my right shoulder a little bit, which caused me to early release it. So I ended up throwing right of the gap. So for the second time, I have not been precise off the tee on this hole, so I'm going to have to get up and down from there, hopefully. Alan's going for the left side, and he hits the same tree I hit yesterday. Luckily, it stays right in the center of the fairway, so he's got still two options from that shot, but you do not want to be that close to the tee box on your first shot.
You don't want to be that close to the tee box on any first shot.
You want to be that close to the pin on your first shot.
Here's Dave. Looks like he's lining up the backhand hyzer down the right side. Hits his line.
Dave throws a nice shot.
A little skip.
He was a little long yesterday. Makes the correction, keeps it a little bit lower, and parks it.
Yeah, that's what you want. Put the pressure on young gun Isaac. Oh, he's got it tip. Oh, did it clip that one?
That last pine branch really is the ceiling on this shot, especially if you're going to throw backhand down the right-hand side. You have to throw it under that, but not too far under it, because you need to get that height to carry across this field. So Alan's second shot, unfortunately, hits another tree. He's going to have about 100, 120 feet.
He's having a real rough go here.
So here I am. Something about hole 10B. I just like being on that hole. I played there from 10A and 10C. So I've got an upshot here, throwing an F1 right at it. Ended up leaving it just a hair high. I kind of wanted to give it a run, but
leave you about 30 circles edge.
Edge of the circle, behind the pin, putting downhill at it.
Little tailwind.
Shouldn't be a problem. Alan going back to that PA4, stands it up right to it. Actually kind of gives it a run, and he's going to be a little long as well.
Oh, yeah. He's there. This is Isaac after the tree clip. It's all wide open, so it should be a relatively
easy putt, right?
Easy up and down. Great putt. Wow. He is not letting Feldberg sneak his way in here.
That one definitely makes up for the shorter one he missed on 10A.
Absolutely. That's huge. Great putt.
That was a tough putt. There was a little bit of a headwind, kind of right to left at one point.
It might have helped it stay in the air.
Yeah.
That is a great putt, kid. That's the reason you are 1024 rated.
So Alan from just behind it. Nice strong putt.
You got to kind of put a little strong into these baskets. I noticed these baskets are definitely a heavier gauge chain than what we were putting on prior.
Yeah. So here I am. Of course, I've thrown it right behind the only tree on the green, so I'm forced to straddle. I choose the right side here.
Ugh.
And I'll let that one speak for itself.
I hate to see that, buddy. Dave, clean up his birdie.
And just taps it in. So I'm going to tap in my first bogey of the round here on hole 10C.
So this is the second time in a row that we've seen the people in their respective battles taking birdies. Isaac and Dave birdieing, you and Alan bogeying. And then here we are, hole 11. We are on probably the hardest hole on the main course. This is a par 5. It just is such a decision maker. You have to decide if you want to be aggressive or if you want to just play for it. It's all uphill, 585 feet, every bit of it. And you want placement after placement after placement. And how risky are you trying to get with it?
You probably have to throw 700 feet of power combined on this hole.
Yeah.
If you were to throw 2 perfect shots.
I think all the shots combined, you have to throw about 700 feet, even though it's only 585. It's that uphill.
So Dave's landed right on that road, on the left edge of that road, and that's going to be a good footing and a good line to attack the pin.
Turns that one over hard, but
it cut rolls to the middle of the fairway.
As long as you're in the middle on this hole, it does not matter.
This is probably one of the best backhand shots I've seen on this hole.
That was big.
It's scary to put power on it from this tee, this tight line, but Alan Brown does it perfectly.
Very good tee shot. You're throwing that stand-up sidearm right.
That's right.
Flirting with that left side.
Throw it right at the left side and let it skip out to the right. And this little trickle off the road kind of pinched me off, and we'll see here from the second shot angle.
You got a decision to make.
What we've got exactly.
Here's Isaac from his kick back to the middle.
So here he's throwing that D1.
Oh, and
it just flips a little something and lands right in the middle of the fairway. It was a great shot.
Hey, when it's going good, it's going good.
That's right.
Here's Dave.
There's a nice shot up the hill, but just turns over a bit into the woods.
And it looks like you're going with the same disc. You trying to go for the basket here?
I'm trying to go for the green, yeah. I really want this. I know I have strokes to make up. And I just left it a hair high and tickles one of those branches hanging out on the left-hand side of the fairway. Otherwise, I think I probably would have been either just outside the circle or maybe on the edge for an eagle putt.
Hey, you're still outside the woods and going at the basket.
Alan is through the ideal tee shot and has an ideal upshot. He's got a putt for eagle.
Oh, that is what you want to do if you want to eagle this hole.
So the difference between Alan's tee shot and my tee shot from where they landed is I couldn't see the pin.
Yeah, it's all about staying down the middle, like I said.
Absolutely. We threw
Placement.
it just about the same distance. He was probably a yard or two further than me, but you know, if you're out of position on this hole, the angle to get to the pin and throw it so far uphill makes it so difficult.
Isaac taking no time, getting up and down. That'll be a good birdie putt for him. Okay, you got a little bit of a long look for an eagle.
So I've got to look. And after the bogey on the last hole, I know I wanted this. I wanted it a little too much. I yanked it right.
Oh, you sent it. Come on out. Drop one in.
So this is for eagle. This is to gain some strokes on folks.
That's huge.
A great putt. Great recovery from the bogey on the last hole.
I got to step on it.
Oh, you want me to mark it? Yeah, I got it.
I don't want to step on the disc. Hey, you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to go like this. Move this to the right, so that way I don't have to step on it again. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Sure.
Supposed to mark it like ball golf. Just mark it to the right of it, right?
So Dave taps in his birdie. Replaces the mini.
Did you move it already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tap in the birdie here.
Yeah, I mean, tapping birdie on this hole is not bad.
Unfortunately, tapped it a little too hard. Came right out. As you can notice, baskets on the regular 18 of this course are
That lighter gauge chain that we were
all
talking
silver
about.
ones. They're a little bit lighter gauge and a shorter tray than the ones with the black tray on them. So coming out of those temp holes, I guess I put it a little too hard, right dead in the center, and it came right off the pole. So I'm just gonna have to settle for a par.
The only par. We got an
Only par of the
beautiful
green.
Eagle.
That one hurt after the bogey on the
Still
last
4
one.
down for the card, not bad. This is another temp hole. The last temp hole we will see, the newest temp hole on the course. Straight up and down. I think it needs a little more work still. There's still some trees here and there, but it's a turn, little flex shot. You have to throw it straight for at least 200 feet first, and then have it come back a little right to left turn at the end. Alan's opting for that sidearm stand up, just trying to punch it through.
He throws it a little high, but he's able to get all the way up to pin high. He's going to have a longer uphill putt. The more distance you can bite off on this one, the better.
Absolutely.
It's severe uphill, and it makes those 30-foot, 40-foot putts even harder.
And Dave throws a great turnover eagle shot there. And that tree right here on the left-hand side is huge too, because you got to come pretty close to that.
Yeah, you really have to throw within a foot of it for the good shot.
We
especially
saw
at the
that
back
right there
end.
with Isaac. Here you are opting for the stand-up sidearm again.
Oh, baby.
Just letting it go early. You dropped that shoulder again.
Yep. The accuracy off the tee here plays a huge role in the back half of this course, and I had a couple points where that was not in play for me. So here I am in jail on the right-hand side. I've got just a tiny little squeeze sidearm to get out there. And I was able to get it up pin high. I was happy with that. Well, the rest of the card was on the green, putting for 2.
Alan looks like
It was a little low there. Now keep in mind that was pretty uphill. And Isaac's able to keep the nose up there, tap into his birdie.
there he is. See, this is for Dave to stick with the pace. And probably about, what, 27, 28 feet?
Yeah, just about.
You can tell he was real focused on that one.
Nice squeeze in a par. I'm stuck in between all the little twigs and branches there. Pretty common on a hole that was just installed. A little cleanup on the green may be necessary, but either way, that one's in for par. Myself and Alan taking a par, and our 2 leaders, Dave and Isaac, keeping that birdie train rolling.
Oh yeah. Still sitting 3 back from Dave, but still plenty of room to get here going into, quote unquote, the Turkey Gulch. It's 3 short par 3s. This is the first one, hole 12. It's uphill, 235. Tight line all the way, just finishing just barely on the left. You got to come and get it. You got to throw a beeline right at it. Hopefully a little ground play.
And Dave throws a great shot, and as it skips up towards the pen, it tickles one of those trees and rolls just about halfway back down the hole.
I hate to see that. But that shows you how uphill this hole is.
This one's severely uphill and slopes from left to right. Isaac goes right down the middle. Doesn't quite get the skip he needs, but he's going to have a putt just about the same range as his last one.
Alan's throwing the forehand
I like
roller.
this play. He's throwing, I believe it's an X1 roller. And that gets him up there for a putt.
Wow, that worked out really well. You're opting for the
And the
sidearm.
vest has come off. And I'm looking at the sidearm, you know, as I explained in round one. The accuracy off the tee with the backhand for me was just not connecting this weekend, and I opted to just point and shoot. Again, there didn't get the height right, just like I did in the first round, but we're going to have a long look at it. So this is off. Dave pretty much parked this hole and it rolled all the way back here, so we'll see if he can toss this one in. I know he's going to give it the height that it needs. Just a little left. Good run from Dave. He's going to tap in his par.
Got another sidearm special here. Ooh, just a little high.
Yeah.
Good run, buddy.
I wanted to keep that one high enough to go in and just right over the top.
Just a little high.
Unfortunately, that's the second or third one we've seen from Isaac. 4 birdie.
I mean, to be still 8 down and have missed this many putts from short is
Just goes to show you
pretty scary.
how talented he is. So there's Alan tapping in a nice birdie. Unfortunately, he's going to be the only one of the card to take that birdie.
But a good one nonetheless. Oh yeah. You know, when it spits out dead middle, it's just best to just put it into the corner pockets.
That's right.
Take the dead center spit out right out of the equation.
Luckily, we don't have to call the shot.
There's no room for explanations on the scorecard. Good pars, everybody. Good birdie by Allen. And we are into the second hole of Turkey Gulch, Matt.
So we climb up the hill here from this tee, from this pin to the next hole, and then it's all downhill from there. It's really, a couple tight birdie looks coming up. You really have to execute your shot. High numbers are also in play on these holes because you can see this valley on the left-hand side of the hole. If you're off the fairway here, things can get ugly really quick.
And going downhill here, like you said, is just, it's all about speed control on the shot. You can easily blow past this one 200-300 feet. That's Allen throwing his PA4 and kicking.
So he actually caught a second kick to keep him from
I was
going
gonna
way
say.
down there.
Yeah, that valley on the left can be very treacherous. It's Dave. Throwing Messinas.
You can see the wind playing with that one a little bit.
Good speed control, but catching one of the late trees. Not bad, though.
Isaac, this one comes out hot.
Cool.
As you can tell, that may have been 100 feet long of the
Yeah,
pin, if
just
it
like we
missed
just
all the
said.
trees.
Yeah.
So speed control is definitely in play. And like we see here, speed control is definitely in play. You have to throw it hard enough to get to the pin. I saw a couple of hot shots come out and decided I was going to fluff it. Just didn't get the right action on it. So Allen with a great upshot to the pin. He's going to put himself inside the circle for a routine putt for par. Got a few things in the way here. I'm trying to just aim it down to the pin.
It does not
And
end.
I forgot how far downhill this one was. Comes out early, then it rolls another 30 feet. That's going to be a tough look for par for me.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. And this is Dave, probably about 35, 40 feet after that late tree hit.
So roll off a CCP.
And just rolls out a little bit off that CTP flag. Feet.
And uphill. A couple branches to contend with. I had to choose under or over that one little twig you see. I chose over. I'm looking at a bogey. So Isaac on the left-hand side again.
Oh, Almost.
Unfortunately, can't convert the birdie. We're seeing this battle unfold in front of our eyes, folks. Here's Dave tapping into par. Easy bogey putt for me.
Easy bogey putt. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Quite confident on that one. And we've got Alan for his par after a great upshot.
Yeah, great upshot from halfway down the hill. That's good to be within 15, 20 feet. That's ideal. This is Isaac for his par. And we're on to the last hole of the Gulch.
We've got 3 pars and a bogey there. Not what the lead card's looking for going through there. Hopefully we can grab this last easy birdie. Well, I wouldn't say easy birdie. This last short birdie before coming out of the woods here. Very tight gap off the tee.
Only 225 feet. Demanding. Choose where you want to be and do not send it further than that.
This one's extremely downhill, and right behind the pin it drops off about 50, 60 feet down into a valley as well. So speed and high control are a premium on this one. Alan.
Early tree down in the Gulch.
Cardinal sin on this hole. Early left.
Yeah.
He's going to have to play an extremely perfect shot just to get it within the putting range.
Dave with the Cenis. Just trying to float one down there. Looks like a good line. Kind of leaked a little bit down the hill. Not bad. Still within range.
Yeah, this backhand here is a tough shot because it's got to almost continue turning towards the pin the whole time. Isaac just about took Conrad, the catch cam, out. And I remembered that the speed I wanted to throw, that nice little soft putter shot,
there it is,
was on this hole, not the previous. And
makes all the sense in the world.
Exactly. So I nestled that one like a butterfly with sore feet right next to the pin. Oh, that one felt good.
That was good. It's good to park this hole.
Unfortunately, Alan's not able to make it too far out of that gap. So he's now just past the initial gap that you want to hit off the tee.
That
leaves it a little high. Again, this one's downhill the whole way. Now you can see how far past the pin Isaac's gone with that almost ace run.
Right. Should be lucky to save par there.
Alan needs this for bogey.
I'll have to settle for the double. This is Dave's birdie attempt. He did get down there pretty far. Extreme focus. He needed it. He knew it. And just a little off the left side. I hate to see that. I really do. I wanted to see the battle ensue. I think Dave kind of just said it right there. He realizes his hopes of winning this tournament are dwindling down.
There's only so many holes left, and especially with the consistency of Isaac off the tee, it's going to be hard to beat.
There you go. Just putting it right on the left side like you're supposed to. Right in there. Good birdie. Still took a stroke from everybody on your card. And gave you a little shot at third place.
Yeah, at that point I knew that Alan was, I was getting close to Alan's score. We were tied at one point during the round. And, we got through 5 holes left to...
try to make some room up.
It.
Yeah, hole 15 here. This is a demanding shot going uphill. You want to keep it super straight the whole way. Backhand, right hand, you're wanting to stand up and turn it over. Or some people opt for the forehand flex with the right hand. Either way, 320. It's a straight ahead shot. Come and get me. Be creative. Let's see what Versola's got for us. Stand up D4.
Oh, a lot of movement there, buddy.
Okay, did some work for you. We should keep it about 40 feet.
Yeah, it's up there. I threw it into the same little kind of wiry trees I was in yesterday. On that left side. I really don't mind being on the left-hand side there, just not that far left.
Better than being on the pines on the right.
Absolutely.
This is Dave. Lining up a roller.
Hoping to correct the roller from yesterday.
Huge downs.
Puts it over on the right-hand side again.
And roll right up in those trees where we said you do not want to be.
He's not that deep in there, but it's still a tricky shot. There's some overhanging branches that kind of force a ceiling on this hole. So here's Isaac, a nice hyzer flip right down the middle. Great play, playing it off the hill. You generally will get a decent skip up there. He's left himself
top.
just a little short, maybe circles edge short, but we saw him make that putt yesterday.
Yeah.
So Alan's playing that force over that you're looking at, that you were speaking of. And he got it out to where the left-hand side as well, but gets a nice skip up the hill. He may have an unobstructed putt at the pin.
Yeah, probably about 30, 35. Dave with the step out. Does it?
Actually gives this one the height.
Oh,
He actually hit the tree right next to the pin,
that's pretty close.
which is scary because that could have rolled down. That could have rolled. We've seen putts from 15 feet roll all the way down that hill. So I'm glad that one sat for him. Alan
Oh,
sinks it from about 48 to 50 feet.
dude, that's a huge
That
putt.
definitely deserves a run back. Let's watch that again.
Scary putt too. The entire green slopes left to right.
We've got a little crosswind here too,
Oh, it's
and he
gorgeous.
buries it in the right.
That's that 300
right side.
PA3 right there.
Great putt from Alan.
Here you are.
So I'm
sitting up in the
kind of just
woods.
trying to spin it through this little window here.
I see the window. Oh, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, Conrad better watch out here, catch cam, because I have a feeling I'm going to throw it right at him.
Well, you threw it right at him. That's a good video. I mean, as long as it would, only if it would have hit the chains.
Yeah, I just didn't put enough hyzer on it. And Isaac makes a great putt. And he's starting to close that door.
Yeah. Dave, you saw with his tap in, he's realizing it's coming to a close.
We've only got three holes left here.
3 holes left here, and Isaac has now jumped back to a 4-stroke lead. Alan's kind of shorting the door on you.
That's right. With that birdie, and I missed from Alan, and with a great putt. He's got 2 strokes on me with 3 holes left. And
Hey, but things can still happen, and this one's a big downhill hole, very eagleable. And with the trees being gone here this year, it's a very gettable par 4. Just very scenic shot.
yeah, it opens up the center of that gap a lot.
Did he clip that tree?
He actually clipped that little pine that's about 30 feet off the tee, and still throws it long.
Wow. Okay.
So that it actually did affect the angle of the disc just a hair when he tickled that, but he's gonna have himself a putt. So pretty lucky break there. Alan's looking at the flex sidearm, and he's gonna be out there on the left-hand side again.
Yeah. Pin high, about 70, 80 left. You as well going with the sidearm.
And I really wanted to just throw it straight, just hyzer flip it straight down this
That was
this
so
pipe,
close.
but it just turned a hair too much.
So close.
Not too bad. I got a bit more than half the fairway off. So
Dave's going the big flex backhand, looking like he's hitting the line.
it comes up just a hair short.
Must have just clipped something.
Here we are, easy A3.
Oh, beauty.
Yeah, I've accepted that I'm going to be taking a 3 on this hole, so I just want to keep it close, make that putt easy.
Oh yeah, 3's good.
Alan's actually got a putt.
Okay.
He decides to lay it up here as well. So Dave really wants to bang this putt, hoping that something maybe will happen on 17 and 18. Doesn't get the full commit.
And Isaac just to seal the 3. He knows all he has to do is just keep pace with Dave, and he's got the tournament. trees for everybody else. 2 more holes. Looks like the sun's starting to set. The shadows are getting longer.
Yeah, that 1:30 tee time, we got to enjoy some of the best parts of the day and some of the most scenic views out here near sunset. Hole 17 here, par 3, 405 feet. This hole also has a little bit of a low ceiling and some late trees to contend with. We saw a few birdies on this one and some long putts on it yesterday. We'll see what the lead card's got here. Requires a pretty much a straight 420, 430 foot shot.
Leader at the moment, throwing a beeline, standing up. Gonna drift a little left on him, but carried enough distance and should give him about 50, 60 footer. Allen
with a smooth hyzer flip, stands up. As long as it misses that last tree, and it got a little hop off the tree, so he's going to have a putt here on 17 as well.
Absolutely, that's about 40 feet. That's a makeable putt. You're going with the sidearm stand up.
We've just got a little too much hyzer on it here. End of the weekend here, I'm starting to get tired. I know that I need to capitalize on some of these last holes to catch Allen, and
Miss it.
just not getting the ideal shot I need. So Dave's actually right there, just inside of Isaac.
Okay. Relatively routine up and down here. H2. Putting it right up there. Taking the 3.
Moving along, just throwing my upshot, moving along here. Not gaining any ground on any of my card mates.
Isaac's just laying that one up. You can tell he wasn't running that at all.
Let's get a rating putt.
All right, Dave. Not today. Just Allen to get one.
And Allen makes another long putt.
There it is. He's trying to close his tournament out well.
Yeah, he had a couple rough patches there in the middle of the round, but jamming some nice putts coming down the stretch here to solidify his position on the podium.
Absolutely. Taking the pars. And Isaac's got a 4-stroke lead going into 18.
Is that a little mustache I see creeping in on Isaac's face?
Did he have a little caterpillar up there?
College boy's got his mustache.
Okay. There it is. 2 10 downs, 2 4 downs. And the infamous 18 here at Haywood Valley Disc Golf Course. Here is the landing zone, and per usual, per design, it's a tight gap all the way to the basket on the second shot. Here's Alan Brown. Letting that one go early.
Early release program, but
That lines him up for that fairway.
from that position, which is near where the short tee is, he's going to be able to see the pin, and he's going to have a near straight shot down that hallway.
Still 600 feet though.
Isaac throws a dead straight shot.
Just a little left of where he wants to be, but I think he'll be able to manage. Where are you going here? What's your play?
I'm looking for just a smooth sidearm. I wanted to turn that just a hair,
Tree and kick in the fairway.
and I'm going to get a little skip there to the right-hand side, but I'm happy with it.
Yeah, not too terribly bad.
It's still the pin's still reachable from there.
Yeah, and sets up a little bit easier over there on the right side, like we see Dave's going for. Asking for a tree. Does
And
not
Dave's put it just a hair too far right here on this one. Does not get stopped by the trees. And as we can see here, Allen is looking straight down the tunnel shot. He has a little slip, but he bombs this one, guys. Alan's got power, sidearm and backhand. He's given himself a putt.
Wow, that's a great shot.
858-foot hole. He threw it 100 and something feet off the tee, and he's gonna have a birdie putt.
Now was Isaac laying his up to the middle of the fairway and just being out of position.
Knowing that Dave is over here on the right-hand side.
Yeah, he knows he's got 4 strokes, doesn't need to lose any.
And that was actually a fairly difficult layup from Dave.
Yeah, and executed well.
So from here, I'm throwing D4, or I'm actually throwing D2 here to make it around the corner. Try to stand up a little and carry as much distance as possible. I made it happen.
That's what you want. Here's Dave from about 100.
And Dave's giving it a little run for a little flash bang here at the end of the round. Catches metal.
Catches the base.
He's going to have a tap in for par. So all Isaac needs to do here is just
Lay up.
set it down. Almost jams it.
Well, I mean, good layup. I don't think he was running that.
So here's Alan for a birdie 3.
Oh, he didn't see that tree?
Somebody put that tree there.
And Alan for his par.
And he's
And
able
out
to
a good
capitalize.
tournament.
Great par save. He almost had the birdie there. Great tournament from
Alan Brown,
Alan.
good third place finish. This is Matt to clean up his birdie.
Finally got me a birdie here on the end of the round.
And off the, as a defending champ, you always want to come back and win, but top 4 is always pretty decent.
Yeah, and your leader and winner of the tournament, Isaac Robinson.
Isaac Robinson.
Second place goes to
Oh, great job.
Dave Feldberg. That putter's hot.
Dang, that thing almost spit out. Good round, gentlemen.
Did Dave change shirts?
Yeah, I look like you did. And Isaac does have a mustache right now.
He's trying to hide it from you, folks.
Looking good, buddy.
Here's our leaderboard, guys.
210 downs is pretty hot. I enjoyed watching that.
As you can see, they crushed the rest of the field. Nathan Goodwin, recently sponsored by the EV7 putter company, shooting a 7 down.
Nice little come up. Hey guys, thanks for watching this. I'm Austin Lytle. It's been a real pleasure to be on it. Thanks to Run Production for filming, getting out there. This course is such a beautiful, beautiful piece of property. If you can ever be out there, get a chance to get out there, I highly suggest doing it. I will see you guys on the next one.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Keep in mind, Ace Run Pro is going to be offering some coverage here later on this year at the DGPT Silver Series Vintage Open, April 8th to 10th in Russellville, Arkansas, and Clash at the Canyons, July 2nd through 4th, Rockport, Illinois. It's going to be FPO Lead Card coverage, so like, subscribe so you get the notifications on that one. Hit that bell. We'll see you next time.
Peace.